If you're just starting a business, you cannot just be the technician, aka the doer. You need to have 3 other roles before you start hiring people. So in this video, I want to talk about the 3 main things that you need to be, so you don't fuck up. Just before I start, this is all from the book, The E-Myth, which is a book I highly recommend for you. So let's get into it. So the first one is the technician. The technician is the doer. So say if you really like to cook, I don't know whether it's like a waffle or something, you're gonna want to like do the work yourself because you enjoy it. But when you start doing the business, it's all about, you know, like the manager, the entrepreneur, all of these different things, rather than you just doing it. You need to know a little bit more. So the technician is really the person that's doing the stuff to begin with. So that's all well and good, but you need to know the other bits, which is when the entrepreneur goes into it. The entrepreneur is the one that has the vision for the next 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. It's the one with the big vision, the big goal. Obviously the thing that not many people believe in, so you need to have an entrepreneur whenever you run a business. You need to just have that mindset, so that's really important. And then the third one is the manager. The manager is the one that's building the systems, the one that's recording everything, so one day when you do hire people, you've got a fully grown system that you can hire people. So you cannot just hire people instantly. You need to have record yourself doing stuff so you know exactly what you need. So you need all of these things are important. So for example, the technician is very important because you're probably the one that's doing your favorite hobby. That's why you're doing the business now, because you're enjoying something. You're doing this because you enjoy that hobby. So you want to keep on doing that. But on the flip side, you cannot just keep on doing that. You need to look into the future. That's when the entrepreneur comes into it. You need to be more like the business model. You need to be looking at the vision. You're like, right, this is how things are looking at the moment. I need to keep at this. But it's also important to have the manager that's keeping you in check, making sure that you're doing everything properly, making sure the systems are in place, making sure that you're being consistent, you're being disciplined. All of this needs to be all inside of you. That's why it's very important. You need to be thinking about this before you start launching a business. This is why I highly recommend reading the E-Myth book before you start a business. So then you can learn all about this before you make the mistake later on, which could make you in debt, mess with you mentally and physically. So I highly recommend reading this book because just these 3 steps alone is going to change the game completely for you. So yeah, this is why I basically recommend, just if you're going to start a business or even thinking about it, just think about, am I good enough to be the technician, aka the doer? Am I also good for the entrepreneur, aka the doer? Looking for the vision. And third, am I the manager? Am I the one that's disciplined? Am I the one that's going to make sure everything's in track? Am I going to make sure all the paperworks are done? Am I going to check all of this? Once you have all these 3 in place, then you're more likely better to go and start hiring people, especially for the manager's sake, because you're going to have these systems built in place. But before you start hiring people, please look at your systems that you've got in place. Make sure everything's all up to check. It's super simple. One thing I love from the book is when you're hiring, make sure it's simple for idiots to understand. Don't make it complex or anything like that. Just make it super simple. So these were the 3 main bits. If you like this and you want a part 2, then let me know because I'm still reading the book. But yeah, if you're thinking about getting the book, I highly recommend it for you. But yeah, if you like any of this, then please like, subscribe for more.